boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Sir Alex Ferguson save and a special Sunday upload for you. We're picking up exactly where we left off against Chelsea in the FA Cup 6th round, and we're going to be facing Liverpool today at home at St James's Park, and then we're going to go away to Tottenham. Two big games for us today, as you can see from the league table. Tottenham in second, 10 points behind us, and Liverpool in fifth, miles behind us, but it's always a big game against Liverpool, probably our closest rivals in the whole entire save. And we've just had an international break, so most of my players are either injured or not fully fit. So let's get straight into this first game against Liverpool. This is going to be the lineup. So we've got some players coming back to full fitness, some players that are coming back after the international break, not fully fit. So this is the lineup. Rakitic in goal, Tellier, not fully fit, but he plays. Bevis is in alongside Zagadou because Porcone's come back and not 100% fit to my liking. Luis Enrique on that left-hand side. Teixeira, Leite and Lauritsen in the middle of midfield. Actually, not a bad midfield to have. Edimar on that right-hand side. Marin on the left. And up front, Fetiarp on an orange injury, purely because Van der Horst is back to full fitness, but he can only do an hour, and Fetiarp, I think he's just got a twisted knee, so should be able to play with that. On the bench, Paul Davies, Van Zanten coming back from fitness, Marquez, Maya, Keane, Embolo and Van der Horst. Let's get into this one against Liverpool and hoping for a positive result. Liverpool line up with a 4-2-3-1. Alisson in goal, Trent at right back, De Ligt, Bermudez and Tosi are the back line. Tonali and Fernandez in the middle of midfield with Hunt on the right, Sancho on the left and Berrakal in behind. Ben Woodburn on the bench. Other than that, no actual Liverpool players on the bench at all. So, yeah, we're well and truly into this game now where the regens are taking over from real-life players. Just going to passionately say, got faith in you. Go out there and produce the business and are hoping for 3 points. 8 minutes on the clock. Tellier down the line to Edimar, but doesn't get there, and Leite picks up that ball. Back to Lauritsen now on this left-hand side. Marin cuts inside from Trent. He's got a Fetiarp there, but goes for goal himself, and Alisson well behind that. There was a little bit of time and space there for him to play through Fetiarp, but he went for the shot himself. 15 minutes gone, 0-0. Half an hour gone, and Tellier gets the ball into Edimar, who's a little bit nervous, and it's a foul on the edge of the box. Ref's going to have a look and see if it's a free kick or a penalty. I'm going to say it's a free kick. They generally are. And there we go. Free kick for Newcastle. And it's going to be Tellier that swings this ball in. Zagadou's free at the back post, but they goes for goal. And Alisson claims that comfortably. And Liverpool not really giving us too much in regards to attacking force. But hopefully we can break the deadlock sooner rather than later. Marin whipping that ball in, arps at the back post, falls to Teixeira, hits the post, and they get it clear. We've been very, very unlucky, knocking on the door, trying to break this deadlock, and now Liverpool come up the other end just before half-time. Sancho into the middle with Ben Woodburn, takes his man on, goes the ball back to Sancho. It's a great save from Rakitic, and now we're on the counter-attack. Marin on the overlap, but Matthias De Ligt does really well against Fetiarp and tackles the ball out of play. And that is half-time. It's definitely a game where both sides are depleted due to the international break, and 0-0. Had a lot of the chances, just not able to put the ball in the back of the net. I'm just going to say far from pleased what I've seen out there. We do have Van der Horst, we do have Embolo, Marquez on the bench if we need them to come on and produce the goods. So a lot of players out there looking a little bit jaded, but hopefully we can break this deadlock. 5 minutes into the second half, Edimar jumps in front of his man there, but it's a poor touch, and Bevis just lets that run back to Rakitic, and we get back into shape, and he finds Zagadou. Marin's getting acres of space on that left-hand side, and we find him. Marin again takes the ball down really well, drives into that penalty box, goes for goal, and this time shoots and scores into the bottom right-hand corner. Better directed shot. Alisson, absolutely no chance. 5 minutes into the second half, we lead Liverpool 1-0. Lovely touch from Marin, gets the ball out of his feet. He drives at the Liverpool defence, gets into the penalty box, and it's a fine shot from the Croat. 1-0 Newcastle. Hunt on this right hand side. We have made changes and they will take effect. Ben Woodburn over the top. Great save from Rakitic. Had the legs on Zagadou there, and he does get back into the fold, and it's a good block from Zagadou. Changes made. Van Zenten on for Tellier. Marquez on for Larison. Looking to really take this game to Liverpool now. Bit of fitness on the pitch, and hopefully we can score a second. Leite back to Van Zanten. Lovely ball in. Marin's there. Heads the ball back across. And he scores again. His 20th of the season. Little bit lucky with the ball hitting the post and going back off Alisson. But it's 2-0 now with 15 minutes to play. And Leite back to Van Zanten. Lovely ball in. And Marin just headed it back the way it came. Hit the post. Hit the back of Alisson. Went back into the back of the net. 2-0 Newcastle. And there we go, full-time whistle goes. Always a difficult game, the first game after an international break. But Antonio Marin, that little bit of quality, gives us a 2-0 win against Liverpool. Now we're going to see how Tottenham have got on before we face them later on in the episode. So Tottenham have played Fulham, and it's a 2-0 win for Spurs. So 10 points clear, and we go and play them next. If they beat us, they go down to 7 points, and the title race really does hot up going into the final few weeks. But now we go on to that game against Spurs, and this will be the lineup. Right then, here we go. Spurs away. First versus second. We are 10 points clear of them, and are hoping to extend that lead, or at least keep it at 10 points. Rakitic in goal. Tellier, Pocone comes back in. Zagadou and Luis Henrique are the back line. Teixeira, Larson and Leite in the middle of midfield. Embolo comes in back in on that right-hand side. Marin keeps his place after that amazing performance against Liverpool, and Van der Hurst comes back in to the first team. Our top goal scorer this year, Van der Hurst, 24 goals, been a great signing for us, and I think he's just going to get better and better. He's only 22 as well, so a very, very young player. On the bench, Bevis, Van Zanten, Marquez, Maya, Keane, Edemar and Fetty up. Let's get into it. First versus second, let's see what Tottenham have got. Tottenham line the 4-2-3-1 like Liverpool did. Strahoza, that man in goal, very difficult to beat. Dodo, Sanchez, Beckles and Dave Azzopardi left back. We've got Fernandez and Renato in the middle of midfield. Daly on the left, Sanchez on the right, Dele Alli in behind, Lincoln on the bench. They don't even have Harry Kane anymore. Where is Harry Kane? They've only got Dele Alli in the starting lineup now, and Harry Kane is injured, not even on the bench for this one. And I think him and Dele Alli are the only, and Davinson Sanchez as well, only three players that are left at Spurs. So all in all, a fully regen side, a bit like Liverpool. Only a couple of players left from real life, a bit like ourselves as well. Going to get into the dressing room, and I'm just going to keep it the same. Keep it calm first. You've been on a good run lately. Go out there and impress me, and then passionately say I've got faith in you. Go out there and make the difference. 90 minutes of football here against Spurs, and hopefully we can keep our 10-point lead. 2 minutes in, and we're on the attack. Embolo down the line to Tellier, back to the Swiss man, and playing really well down this right-hand side into Lauritsen. Van der Hurst comes off the front, goes to that left-hand side. Marin, half a yard, doesn't go and pull the trigger, and we get tackled, and now they're on the counter-attack. Daly in to Dele. Dele driving at the back line through to Sanchez, goes for goal, and Emiliano Sanchez, a blistering counter-attack from Spurs, scores his 10th goal of the season. We got caught just on the edge of their own box from Teixeira, and they absolutely punished us from this one. Lovely through ball from Dele Alli, and Sanchez just fires it past Rakitic. 1-0 Spurs. 7 minutes gone, and all action in this first half. Van der Hurst into Larison, but again, try and get the ball in, and we get caught. A poor header from Zagadou. They're on the counter-attack again. Lincoln through to Dele Alli. Can he make it too? He's pushed a little bit wide, and good defending from three of our men, but it looks like they're going to review the footage, and it could potentially be a penalty kick. João Teixeira, the man that's apparently caused the foul. I thought it looked good, and they're going to have a look, and it's not a penalty, thank goodness. I thought it was a really good tackle from two or three of our men, and just came away with the ball. Corner for Spurs, outswing it into Lincoln, blocked, I think, from Zagadou, and we get the ball back. Fernandez out to Davinson Sanchez, back to Fernandez. Is this going to lead to anything? Sanchez again on this right-hand side. Renato, lovely ball out to Daly, brings the ball in, and Tellier covers him really well, has to go back out to the midfielder, swings the ball into the far post, and Sanchez hits the bar, and Pocone gets the ball clear. Sanchez definitely their danger man. Daly, free kick. Can he go for a goal? Yes, he can. And he puts them 2-0 up within 15 minutes. And it looks like Spurs are going to bring this deficit down to 7 points and really make this a title race. It's an absolute emphatic finish from Daly. 2-0 Spurs. Corner again for Spurs, outswinging ball. Zagadou gets that ball clear, and now can we break and score a goal just before half-time. Van der Hurst down this left-hand side. He's got men over on that right-hand side, and Teixeira picking the ball up back to Lauritsen, and he scores past his former club. We counter-attacked Spurs like they did us for their first goal. Van der Hurst, lovely ball in. As a party gets that ball clear, Teixeira just brings the ball down, finds Lauritsen, fires one past Strahoza. It's now 2-1. We're back in this game. Strahoza starting from a goal kick. Finds Dodo on that right-hand side, and he's bringing the ball forward. Leite being outmatched there, and Zagadou just pushes that ball forward as a party into Fernandez. Beckles, ball out to Daly, into Renato, driving at the Newcastle defence, into Sanchez again, into the middle, and it's 3-1. No, it's not. It's being ruled out for offside by Dele Alli, and luckily we don't go 3-1 down. Van der Hurst going to dink that ball in into Zagadou, doesn't get there. Marin, time and space, goes for a shot, hits the bar, and Bolo's there, and he scores for the 10th time of the season, and we bring it back to 2 apiece from 2-0 down within this first half. Van der Hurst just dinks this ball in, trying to find Zagadou, doesn't get there. Marin, time, space, composure, goes for a goal, hits the post, and Bolo, right place, right time, 2-2. It's a half of football. Spurs raced into a 2-0 lead within 15 minutes, but we brought it back. Lauritsen against his former club, and brilliant Bolo. Right place, right time. Leite looking a little bit nervous, and out of the midfielders, probably not having the best of games. I'm just going to say far from pleased what I've seen out there. I'm going to bring Leite off. I'm going to bring Marquez on and just do a little bit of a switcheroo round in the midfield. Marquez can play that box-to-box midfielder role. Teixeira can play the deep line playmaker. Let's get back out there for the second half. Spurs on the attack. Daly throwing the ball into Dele, into Fernandez. He takes a shot, and what a shot it is. Even Fernandez scores literally within minutes of the restart, and it's now 3-2 to Spurs, and they're back on top. A really, really easy goal for us to concede. No one really pushing him, no one really marking him, and he just fires past Rakitic. 3-2 Spurs. 25 minutes to play, and similar sort of position to where they scored their third. Renato, though, being pressed by Lauritsen and Teixeira, get the ball out to Dodo. Great tackle from Marin, and now we can hit them on the counter-attack, but it's a great block from a Spurs man through to Lincoln, and he fires over. Yeah, it's a great interception there, but again, they're looking at VAR to see if they're going to give him a penalty. I think it might have been Porcone who might have pulled him back. They're having a look at VAR. Is it going to be a penalty? Referee comes back out, and he is given a penalty. Spurs have got the opportunity to go 4-2 up, and this second half, they're just absolutely blistering us with the attacks, and Dele Alli sends Rakitic the wrong way. His 10th goal of the season. Tottenham 4, Newcastle 2. Can we get back into this game for the second time? 20 minutes to play. Henrique into Lauritsen and back out to Henrique. Into Marquez. Time and space. Takes on his men, and Teixeira brings that ball out to Van Zanten. But he gets tackled by Daly, and now they're on the counter-attack yet again. Spurs absolutely blistering here. Daly down the left-hand side into Lincoln, and heads just over. All at sea here, Newcastle, and it looks like that 7-point gap is going to be made. Defensively, absolutely shocking from us today. Just not been at the races at all, and our attacking 3 or 4 players having to really bring us out of the mire. Again, poor pass. Porcone gets that ball down, but only as far as Daly. Dele Alli in the middle, really making things work, and Daly on that left-hand side. Dele Alli in there, and that's number 5. Dele Alli is really pulling the strings today, and the 2 wingers are helping him as well, and it's 5-2 to Newcastle. Daly and Dele doing the damage here, and Daly just gets that ball out. I thought it was a poor pass at first from Dele Alli, but what a ball that is. Runs in unmarked. 5-2 Spurs. 3 minutes of injury time. We need 3 goals. A goal a minute would be brilliant. Lauritsen into Van der Hurst. Comes off the front into Embolo. Can he get the shot away or even a pass? Goes to Marquez. Into Teixeira. Lauritsen again. Van der Hurst. Time and space. He's got time to shoot, and he does. 5-3. is the comeback on? Can we come back into this game within got 3 minutes, full 3 minutes left. Good movement here. Teixeira, Marquez, Lawrenson, all involved. Goes to Van der Hurst. He goes onto this left-hand side and shoots back the way he came. 5-3 now. Literally straight after we've scored, they've gone up the other end. Renato, time and space into Fernandez, back to Renato, goes for goal, and everything they're doing at the minute is going straight in. Rakitic nowhere to be seen. He's let 6 past him. The defence in the midfield absolutely nowhere, and this is an absolutely shocking scene here in London for this game. Loads of space from Renato. No way should the keeper get beaten from that sort of distance multiple times in the game, and he's had a shocker of a game as Rakitic. He will not be played in that semi-final against Arsenal next up. And there we have it. Full-time whistle goes. Tottenham 6, Newcastle 3. Bit like the United game. Absolutely pulled apart. Defensively shocking. From goalkeeper all the way up to Henrique. And even people like Marquez who came on didn't make any jot of difference. Players that we took off, Tellier 6.4, Zagadou 6.5, Leite 6.6. Trying to make these the changes, the differences, just didn't work, and Tottenham well and truly outplayed us. The gap at the top now, 7 points. I'm going to get aggressive. Far from pleased to see that result. We're absolutely awful. We've got Arsenal and Benfica coming up. If they play like that against those two teams, we're going to be out of the FA Cup and have a massive deficit coming back to St James's Park. 7 points, the 7 points the gap now in the league with 6 to play, and it absolutely awful showing. We'll be back straight after for Arsenal and Benfica. That'll be tomorrow's episode, and hopefully these boys will have had a rocket from me and play a lot better in those 2 games. But that is it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you don't want to miss out any more content. Remember, tick the little bell icon so you're notified every time a video goes live. And until next time, when we're going to play Arsenal in the FA Cup semi-final and the quarter-final of the Champions League first leg away at Benfica, I'll see you soon.